Hey. So let's talk about the reasons to be expats. So I think the first one is cost of living. So am I going to get a bunch of wind here? Maybe not. So I just got off at Avlabari Metro and I'm going to walk down through Old Town and hopefully I can get some good video capture without wind. Sounds like it. I mean, feels like it right now. I have been wanting to do this video for a while. Oh shit, I'm walking into the wind. That's not gonna work. Get away from the wind. Check this out. So the wind, this camera is terrible in the wind. Just terrible. So let's talk about cost of living. So in the US it's just like super expensive. You have no idea how incredibly expensive the US is until you go someplace where it's cheap or where it's normal. You end up someplace where cost of living is normal. And you know, I'm paying $350 a month rent for my little studio, and she in fact just raised my rent. Hide out of the wind for a second. She just raised my rent to $400, and it's still a good deal. And I'm looking around other places. I saw this place yesterday that was a big 2-bedroom, but it was just total shithole. My apartment's really nice. It was an Airbnb, and it's nice. You know, it's beautiful hardwood floors and wood trim and nice kitchen and, you know, modern, neat, cool, modern little tiny pad. But you can't do that in the States, can you? Can you get a really great little apartment for $350 a month? No. If you can, tell me, because I'll move home. But prior to anything like that happening, there's no way. I'm going back. The other thing is I don't need a car here. I can do everything on foot and mass transit. And here's let's make a note of that. I can do everything with mass transit and on foot here. And if I really need to go somewhere quickly or out of my normal realm, then I can jump on a Bolt, which is the same thing as Uber, except it's like 1/10 the cost. So once you get out of the US, actually once you get out of the West, things get a lot less expensive. Like meds, I mean, we can talk about medicine. I mean, I bought 3 months, all the different meds that I'm on, plus a supplement, kind of an expensive supplement. All of it I paid $50 for 3 months a couple days ago. And that's like way cheaper than anything in the US. I mean, the supplement alone would have been $75 in the US. And that's just for 30 days of supplement. Anyway, so let's see. Healthcare. I spent a couple days in the hospital. I had something happen and I wanted to get checked out, so I spent 2 days in the hospital and it cost me $130. And that was for test after test after test after test. $130 out of pocket. Minimalism, yeah, I mean, if you can seriously become a minimalist, then you can pull this off, this lifestyle, this ability to pack and go, 23 kilograms worth of stuff plus a backpack. If you can do that, you can do this, right? You want to get rid of all of your stuff, I mean all of your stuff, no more storage units, no more ties to the US at all. You know, I paid storage units for 4 years, and then I ended up getting rid of everything anyway. That was, how much money was that? That was $5,000 I threw away on storage units. I should have just gotten rid of it. So not to put the storage business out of business, but if you're going to put something in storage, you really need to calculate the likelihood that you're ever going to reincorporate that stuff back into your life. Because it's probably pretty low, and you should just get rid of it instead of putting it in storage, seriously. Okay, what else here? Yeah, no car, walking, getting thin. Oh yeah, so I've lost 10 kilos, 22 pounds since I've been here. And I'm keeping it off just because I walk all the time. Noisy motorcycle. I walk all the time. I'm gonna walk from here down through Old Town and to the mall, and who knows how far I'm gonna walk today. Probably 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 6 miles, possibly. And people are looking at me strangely because I'm standing here. Let's see. Oh. So another thing is you can expand your mind with language studies, right? I mean, I'm in a place now where if I was really going to dive into a new language, I would be having to learn one of 2 new alphabets, or maybe both alphabets, Russian, Cyrillic, and Georgian. And I don't know that I'm willing to do that because I'm not sure that I'm going to stay here. If I do make a decision to stay here, I might dive into that, but I think there's a big likelihood I'm going to end up back in Vietnam, and I've have a pretty serious effort into learning Vietnamese. Like I took 61 classes, and so there's no new alphabet with Vietnamese. It's a Latin alphabet with diacritical markings for intonation, and that's. I do not know that well. I know a little bit. I know I've forgotten most of it that I've learned, but it'll be easy to pick up again. So, you know, one of the really fun things to do is just to strike up a conversation with a complete stranger. I got off the metro last night, and there was this tall, skinny black guy standing outside of Marjanashvili. And I said hi, and he said hi back. And I walked past him, and I turned around and walked back and talked to him for a while. And he's been here for 5 years. He's a Nigerian. He just finished an undergrad in business, and he's looking for a job, but there's no jobs in Georgia, so he's going to head back home. His name was Elvis. Probably 6'4". I'm 6'2", so he was, you know, a little taller than me, young, skinny. Had a great conversation with him. Just talk to a stranger, you know? I mean, that's so much fun. The other thing is climate. Da Nang is so beautiful. I mean, it's hot in the summer, and it's rainy in the fall, but there's a big chunk of the year that's just gorgeous, and it's always warm. It's either warm or hot. It's never cool, it's never cold. And so your clothing has to reflect that. And here, the weather here has been gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. We have mild winter. It was like blue skies and just totally wonderful temperatures. And then the month of March was terrible. It was rain and snow and cold. And it started on March 1st and ended on March 31st. It was totally weird. I mean, it's just terrible. Let's see here. Food, geography, getting thin, walking, no car, transportation costs. I mean, transportation is So a ride on the metro is 1 lari, which is 33 cents. And you can take it as far as you want. Anytime you get on, it's just 33 cents. That includes the bus system and a couple of the cable cars. I mean, I think the cable cars are a little more expensive, but you use the same card, same magnetic card. Health costs are cheap. Let's see here. So the other thing is geography. The ability to go explore, go walk, go check out these fabulous neighborhoods. Look at this place. I mean, just exploring neighborhoods. Tbilisi is really cool. I mean, it's old and Russian, and not much maintenance has happened since '90, and the buildings are falling apart. But it kind of really doesn't matter because the walls are 2 feet thick. You know, we have earthquakes here. I've been in 2 earthquakes here. Small ones, they just sort of shake. And it's terrifying, but you know, it's cheap to live here. You know, I mean, Salt Lake's going to get hit by the big one, and it's just going to destroy the whole city. So these just are little shakers.